But imagine this, okay? A sitting congresswoman denies being a millionaire, only for her net worth to skyrocket up to $30 million in a single year. If that doesn't hook you for today's festivities, I don't know what will. That's what we're going to be talking about. So make sure you guys stick around and we will talk about the facts. That is definitely wilder than fiction. Welcome to Unofficially IMO. Back in 2023, her financial disclosures showed humble holdings. Her husband's Rose Lake Capital venture, the firm that he has, valued at just $1 to $1,000. And their, I don't even know how you say this, S2 Crew Winery? They have a winery. And that was just valued at $15,000 to $50,000. Now, this was all back in 2023. Now, when you fast forward all the way to 2025, filing, mind you, when they're filing for 2024, and then boom, the Rose Lake jumps to $5 million to $25 million, and this winery that she has hits $1 million to, or not the winery, the stew. I can't even pronounce that. What is that called? The stew? The S2 Crew? Hits between $1 million and $5 million. And that's pushing their combined net worth to be between $6 million and $30 million with those two businesses in play. That's a potential 3,500% surge in over 1 year. Her congressional salary, though, when you look at her congressional salary, it's just $174,000. There's no mega stocks or mansions in her name. She doesn't have any of that. But the eyebrows are raised sky high with her House Oversight Committee probing ties to Minnesota's massive Somali welfare fraud scandals. Omar calls it ridiculous, but the math screams for answers. Is that insider deals or is it just a killer investment? You guys tell me. Is her net worth $30 million? She's going to deny it all day long. She'll tell you that it's not $30 million. I think she actually came out and said, I barely have thousands of dollars to my name, let alone $30 million. Sure. We'll just have to see about that, won't we? Yeah, we will. This investigative side of Ilhan Omar, and it's starting to not look too pretty for her.
This woman Ilhan Omar's net worth went up nearly $30 million. The question is how. Here's what we know. Omar's husband, a former political consultant, owns a venture capital firm based in Washington, D.C. and a winery in California. Take a look at these numbers.
Wait, didn't she marry her brother, though? That was like the whole thing that a lot of people were talking about. So people were saying like, oh, she married her brother. Y'all remember that? Yeah. Yeah, this is... there was a lot of speculation going on that she married her brother to come over to the United States so she could be here and be a citizen.
2023, Omar disclosed a maximum of $50,000 in assets at the winery. The next year, Dana, that number increased to $5 million. Meanwhile, her husband's company, Rose Lake Capital, reported a maximum of $1,000 in assets in 2023. The next year, it was $25 million. Despite that, Omar denied being a millionaire earlier this year, posting on X, quote, I barely have thousands, let alone millions. House Oversight.
Yeah, see, that's what I said. I barely have thousands, let alone millions. Well, you know what my answer to that? Prove to me that you're not a multimillionaire. You have businesses. Show me the amount of money that those businesses made in 1 year. You know, the winery or whatever else you got going on. Show us your income tax. Show us your tax return. Usually people with net worths like that, they pull an income from it. You know, and if they don't pull an income from it, you should still be obligated to disclose any income that you're making while you're sitting and representing, either in the House of Representatives or Congress. You know, you should have to disclose all that stuff, no matter what it is. If it's financial, you should be obligated to, because you are representing the people of your district when you're in there. They have all the rights in the world, especially when you're getting paid through taxpayer money. So those people deserve to know how much your net worth is and how much money you made. Everybody, I mean, that's all public. Everybody knows that you make about 170. Some of the people make around $200,000 a year. I think it just depends on what state you're in, what district you're in, You know, but for her net worth to jump that high, she's claiming it's not. I call bullshit.
Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer tells Fox News an investigation is underway, writing, quote, "The committee is working on addressing ethics concerns regarding Representative Omar and her spouse, and we hope to have an update soon." But Omar says she's being targeted.
Ever since I've gotten to Congress, they have been doing these sort of weird ethics investigations. None of them have yielded anything because I have been as transparent as I can be.
Of course, others see it differently. Elon Musk says Omar committed fraud, while President Donald Trump posted on Truth Social, quote,
"She should be in jail or even a worse punishment, sent back to Somalia." Could you imagine if they find some shit on her that she actually, you know, made this money fraudulently or made it illegally, or she might have had a hand in you know, the fraud that was taking place in Minnesota? Could you imagine? Of course, they're going to deny it. They're going to say, no, that's not true. That, you know, I made this money legitimately. Well, and my thing is, when the finger's being pointed at you like that, my thing is, I would want to clear my name as soon as possible. I mean, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you want to change the rhetoric here to go the opposite way to make you look like you're innocent? I mean, for me, I'd be fighting tooth and nail. Like, this is not true. I will prove it. We don't have to go to court to prove it. I'll show you right now. I'd hold a press conference. Here's my stocks that I've invested in. Here's how much money they made last year. Here's how much money I drew from that from those stocks that I made. The amount of financial income that I made for those stocks. Everything. You know, I'd be putting everything out there, and you should. Being a public official like that, your net worth just in that short amount of time from 2018 to 2026, you should not jump to $30 million. She's claiming it's not, but she needs to prove it.
She should be in jail or even a worse punishment, sent back to Somalia. Omar authored the Meals Act in 2020, which loosened oversight on food programs during COVID. Federal prosecutors say one of those programs, Feeding Our Future, stole $250 million through fake meal sites. We did reach out to Omar as part of this story, but so far we have not heard back, Dana.
If they do start digging up some dirt on her, you're going to hear you're going to hear from her attorneys and not her. That's what you're going to hear from. Her attorneys are the ones that you're going to start seeing in front of podiums talking to the public about how my client is innocent. My client doesn't have a net worth of $30+ million. Yada, 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 blah, 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 blah. That's what you're going to hear, right? And, you know, it's innocent until proven guilty. Unless you're a Republican, then it's guilty until proven innocent. That's what it feels like anyway. And, you know, you could disagree with me on that. But it does feel like, you know, it's innocent until proven guilty. That's the way it is. But if you're a Republican, nope, you're guilty first. Or it just depends on who you are. And that's 100% true. It depends on who did you vote for? Are you a Democrat or are you Republican? Oh, you're an independent, but you might be a little more liberal and not so much conservative. Okay, well, you're innocent until proven guilty. Oh, you voted Donald Trump? You're guilty. Prove your innocence. So she has her due process, right? So if they do find something, then she has all the right in the world to prove that she, you know, never took any money that didn't belong to her or whatever the case is, right? Unless you are really, really good with your money. And I'm talking you still have a very high income. I'm talking between $500,000 and $1 million income. For you to earn that kind of money, it would still take years to earn a $30 million net worth. It would take years. There's no flipping way, dude, that you've earned a $30 million net worth. I don't believe it.